All right, welcome to this explainer. Today, we're going after the silent killer of small service businesses, operational chaos. You know the daily hustle is real, but we're going to show you how building a really simple follow-up system won't just keep you organized, it's actually going to help you win more jobs, lower your stress, and build a fiercely loyal customer base. We're talking about a structural shift that will completely change how you manage your day-to-day.
So, are you losing customers without even realizing it? It's a brutal question, right? But honestly, if your business is still running on your memory, a messy thread of text messages, sticky notes all over your dashboard, or random callbacks when you finally find a minute, the answer is probably yes. And that means revenue is quietly slipping away every single week without you even noticing. Here is our roadmap for today. First, we'll diagnose the hidden revenue leak. Second, we'll look at the anatomy of a follow-up system. Third, the ROI of responsiveness. And fourth, how to stop reacting and start scaling. Let's dive right into Section 1, the hidden revenue leak, and why more leads isn't always the answer. It is so incredibly tempting to think, man, if I just run more ads or get my phone to ring more, my business is finally going to grow. It feels like progress. But for most small service businesses, you don't actually have a lead problem. You have a follow-up problem. Pouring expensive new leads into a broken, leaky system just creates more chaos, not more profit. Your real bottleneck is dropping the ball on the high-quality leads you've already got sitting right in front of you. We actually call this specific phenomenon operational leakage. It perfectly describes those invisible holes in your business bucket where money, time, and opportunities just kind of vanish into thin air. It's almost never one grand catastrophic failure. Instead, it's 100 tiny disorganized moments. You know, it's an estimate you forgot to check in on, or a callback you promised to make by noon but suddenly remembered at midnight when you're trying to sleep. Let's look at the real-world symptoms of this leakage. Picture this. You spend an hour walking a property, taking notes, you write up a highly competitive estimate, you hit send, and then absolute crickets. Why? Because you got busy and forgot to follow up, and the customer just went with the guy who texted them back the next morning. Or maybe your texts show up and totally miss the gate code notes from a previous visit. Or your recurring clients just aren't getting rescheduled, leaving easy money on the table. These are the exact symptoms of a reactive business. You are literally just putting out fires all day.
Moving on to Section 2, Anatomy of a Follow-Up System. Let's fix that leaky bucket.
To transition your business out of total chaos and into some calm, structured efficiency, a simple follow-up system has to have these 6 exact pillars: lead tracking, estimate follow-ups, scheduled callbacks, customer visit history, invoice follow-ups, and recurring scheduling. Master these 6 things, and your operational leakage drops to practically zero.
Starting with Pillar 1, lead tracking. You absolutely must know 4 key things instantly for every single contact. Who are they? What exact service do they need? What's their status in your pipeline? And crucially, what is the immediate next action? If that info only lives in your head, consider it gone. Your brain is meant for solving complex field problems, not playing filing cabinet for 50 different customers. Next up, estimates and callbacks. You need to enforce a strict, unbreakable rule. The second you send an estimate, set an automated or calendar reminder to follow up, period. And tracking every single promised callback, totally non-negotiable. This is how you immediately plug the most expensive gaps in your workflow. You shift from hoping you remember to having a system that actively remembers for you.
When it comes to visit history, giving your techs access to past data right on their phones is a total game changer. They instantly stop missing critical notes about tricky plumbing or sensitive pets. They start anticipating needs. And the customer? They feel incredibly valued because your team actually remembers their property's specific quirks without ever being told twice. It elevates the whole experience.
To round this system out, we got to talk about getting paid. Unpaid invoices need to be highly visible. There's absolutely zero point in doing excellent, back-breaking work if you're basically working for free because an invoice slipped through the cracks. And recurring revenue, which is the holy grail, right? That only materializes if you systematically organize those recurring visits.
Section 3, the ROI of responsiveness. Here is what customers actually remember.
At the end of the day, customers rarely understand the deep technical intricacies of the hard work you do. What they do understand, and what sticks with them long after the job is done, is your responsiveness, your professionalism, and how well you communicated. Did you answer when they called? Did you show up? Did you check in afterward? That feeling of being totally taken care of, that's the true value they're paying for.
The outcomes here are incredibly stark.
Good follow-up generates deep trust, which leads directly to high retention, glowing 5-star reviews, and organic referrals. Bad follow-up? It basically guarantees lost jobs, irritated customers, crazy stress for your team, and a shrinking bottom line. That's exactly what's on the line every single time the phone rings.
Let's look at our final section, number 4. Stop reacting, start scaling. How to operate like a real business.
You really have a choice here. You can stay reactive, waking up every day wondering what fires need putting out, relying on your memory, feeling that constant, exhausting panic. Or you can choose to build systems. Systems are the only way businesses truly scale. It's the only way you can step away for a day or take a real vacation without the whole operation just grinding to a halt. This is where tech becomes your absolute best friend. Using platforms like ServiTrack Pro helps you organize all these crazy moving parts. It takes your leads, estimates, visits, invoices, and customer communication and locks them into one reliable framework. It takes the heavy lifting totally off your memory and puts it into software that works tirelessly for you 24/7. I love this quote because it sums up everything we've talked about in this explainer today. Professionalism isn't about your size. Whether you have 1 truck or 20, professionalism is entirely about the consistency of your operations. If your system guarantees the customer a frictionless experience every single time, you are operating as a true professional.
So I'll leave you with this final thought. Every time you rely on your memory instead of a rigid system, you are actively choosing to leave money on the table. Is it time to fix your follow-up? Are you ready to stop fighting fires and start actually scaling? The time to build that system is today. Thanks for joining me for this explainer, and I highly encourage you to go put these insights to work in your business right now.